Dhamma Chaloka Dipati Sampati Katanjali An Divarang Ayachata Santi Sata Parajaka Jatika Tense Dhammo Anukam Manjam.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. So this is the first talk of the Range Retreat 2024. 16 Range Retreat here. Myself anyway. And each Range Retreat is always different. It's the same place, not the same crew every year. There seems to be a big shift in the community. Let's see, we have a few familiar faces and a few new faces to come to join us. It comes quick and fast. I guess it's just a sign of as you get older, time seems to pass by more quickly for some reason. Even though it doesn't seem like we're doing much. But we're doing the Range Retreat. It's a new year. The Range, Katina, New Year, Thailand, Jintan's visit, Wesak, and Range Retreat again. Seems to come up very quickly in this order. And each year, I think we try to have a theme. I think last year we got lost somewhere. The year before that, it was the concept of love. Not like it sounds, more like metta and acceptance and love in the Buddhist way, and the compassion. This year we'll start out anyway. See if we will have a theme or not. The theme this year is different ways of letting go. We hear that a lot. Letting go, what does it mean? And sometimes can be a bit of a cliche. Like looking for a favorite food. And I said, no, you're supposed to let go. You're monks now. And you hear that, obviously you do your Google search or look to YouTube, so letting go. There's a Dhamma talks on that topic alone. And I do hear it a lot in Samajiva. But sometimes you do wonder, everybody says to let go, let it go. But I think it's a big movie about letting go or something. But it's true, in the practical sense, there's not a lot of details. Or I guess they assume, it must be straightforward. But yeah, I find that sometimes it's helpful to give some guidance, to give some example of what this letting go means. Or how it's, how does it fit into the path, the Eightfold Path, or the Threefold Training. And if you think what it does, it is only letting go of complication that we arrive at simplicity. Letting go of anger that we can have compassion. Letting go of hatred that we can keep the 5 precepts. So it is, and there's different ways of looking at it. Sometimes, my people, the fact that you can be with your breath, away with the present moment. And only do that for a sustained long period. It's because you're learning to let go of everything else in the world. letting go of your thoughts, letting go of the past, future, letting go of the body, letting go of a sense of self, and to be with the breath. It is also an act of letting go. It's not like a skill, but the more your mind is pure, the more you learn to let go, and it is easier to be in the present moment. Yet that the fact that we're attached to thoughts, attached to planning, attached to the body, that we can't seem to stay with the breath, can't stay with the present moment. And with everything, anything Buddhist, it is a gradual process, a gradual training. First, we learn to let go of, the little things first. That's why there's so much talk about letting go of likes and dislikes, letting go of the comfort of your own house. So that's why the fact that you come to a monastery, you are already practicing so much letting go. You're letting go of your comfortable bed, letting go of your favorite chair that you sit in, letting go of your favorite shows that you might be watching at the moment. Letting go of all that you're familiar with, just for a weekend. And you encourage people to do that. Just you're not a practitioner, you're starting out. Just every year, try to go to a monastery, go to a meditation center, just for a weekend, for a week. Whether you're having strong samadhi, whether you practice meditation, whether your mind is still or not, that's not the point. You being away from your house, from your comfort zone, is so much of the practice already. When you do what the mind does in the retreat center, it's not so important actually. It is the letting go. You're already practicing, and you keep it 8 precepts. That is another level of also letting go. Letting go of your preference of your favorite food, letting go of eating in the afternoon, letting go of irritation, wanting to kill things or take things that you like. Letting go of sexuality, of looking for that pleasure, relinquishing it. We don't want to do that. We're focusing on something that is higher, something that's bringing a higher type of satisfaction. And sometimes it's difficult. People find that they come to a monastery, come to practice. We're asked, okay, you can't watch any movies, can't eat in the afternoon, you don't have your favorite bed, it's kind of cold here, you don't get a lot of comfort. And what do you get in return? Oh, not a whole lot. Yeah, letting go of suffering. What you get is lots of suffering. But if you're a practitioner, that's when you realize, yes, suffering. This is the first noble truth. It is that because we suffer, because we don't understand. Once we understand clearly and just truly understand suffering, then we can transcend it. And also we can see, I think coming to a monastery, going into a different, place, environment, I think it allows you to see your attachment. Because when you're at home, you're like, no, I'm not attached, I'm just comfortable. But then when you go to a monastery, you don't have your favorite thing. Then you're like, oh, I'm missing this, I'm missing that. Oh, I've got more attached than I realize. That's interesting. So it begins to understand where is it that, just having things where you like, having familiar things, that the mind starts to depend on it. And so much of the training is letting go. We all walk around. Like when you're young, you learn to ride a bicycle. You have training wheels on. After a while, you know how to learn to ride a bicycle. You don't need the training wheels. And as adults, we don't have training wheels anymore on a bicycle. We have lots of training wheels in our mind from habits. Those are the things that we think we might need to feel more secure, to feel more comfortable, feel more safe. Initially, these things that we have around us, these relationships with people that we think that brings that sense of safety, sense of security, actually by over-relying on them, then we bring more stress and suffering over ourselves, because then we think, oh, we can't live without them. You can't live without your favorite food. You can't live without your favorite pair of shoes that you wear. Apparently, last week, we had a few people from Queensland coming down to spend a couple of days in the monastery. And they crammed, it was a big car, but they crammed 6 people in that car. And they say the car is full of stuff as well, even though they were told that we have blankets for them, but they had to have their favorite blankets. They couldn't go without their favorite blankets. And it's just, obviously just a little thing, but you can see, where, the attachment just comes in naturally. Just the little things you think, oh, I gotta have it, otherwise I won't be able to sleep. And I can't sleep, I can't meditate. So the practice, it is about, practically find ways where it is that we feel we need something, and find ways to slowly to relinquish that. And a lot of times we can do that. Sometimes in the beginning it's true. So you say, well, you guys ask a lot of me to let go of everything. But what do I get in return? A promise of happiness. Are you sure? But so in the beginning, it does take a bit of faith. A bit of a leap of faith. That you're doing this and you're going to arrive at a place of safety, a place of comfort, a place that's free from stress and suffering. And initially it does. It takes a bit of faith to try it out. But once you try it out, you can see. Sometimes, the thing that people talk about a lot is like, money and wealth. And some of you think, oh, I have a little bit more money and I'll be happy. But you go into a place in a monastery, you don't need any money. You find out you can live happily. You don't need to worry about the complication of having things. Too many things. Monks would just have, a hut, few warm things. You live in one room. You're quite comfortable. And you wonder, people have 4 bedrooms and they still want more, 2 houses, 3 houses, and cars. You wonder, oh, that's a lot of things to look after from a monastic perspective. From a lay perspective, oh, more is better. Sometimes, and that's what the television tells you. That's what the magazine tells you. More is better. Sometimes you want to drive this car. Sometimes you want to drive the other car. Sometimes you want to have other holiday homes. So it's good to have extras. But when you look closely at the reality of having these things always looking after things, more trouble. So back to the practice of, you stay in the present moment, which is a meditation. You stay with the breath. You don't have to focus on the breath, the breathing process, or by default, you learn to let go of thoughts, of plans, of ideas and opinions. And when you go into a monastery, especially during this rains retreat, it's such a great opportunity, really, just to slow down, to focus, and just to focus inward. Focus on this body and mind of ours that we're with all day, every day. From the minute we're born, in the morning we wake up, the minute we die and pass away. And yet we don't understand. It is because we don't understand that we suffer. We're constantly looking outwards, looking for happiness somewhere else, something else, from the moment. We understand this thirst of wanting that causes suffering. That our real home is here and now. True home is just a peaceful mind, not anything else. So as we focus on the next 10 weeks now, 2 weeks is almost done already. Next 10 weeks, try to bring this theme of letting go into our daily practice in ways. Like I said, letting go of the negative stuff, letting go of unwholesome states, unwholesome habits, the fault finding. These next 3 months we're stuck with each other. So because you're worried looking around like, oh, that person is so noisy when they meditate. Why don't you stop being noisy? This person does that wrong, and this wrong. It's called cabin fever. So being a professional, being in a monastery for many years now, it's the first thing you learn to let go. What other people do is their business. Your job is to either find inspiration in your co-meditators, cohabitors, or find ways to accept, to forgive, to move on, give a bit of benefit of the doubt. They're breathing heavily, it's just how they breathe, that's how their body works, they can't help it, obviously. They're clearly not doing it to bother you. But sometimes the mind does that. I'm sure this person is doing it just to bother me. You know, I've got sensitive hearing, so they're breathing extra loud today. And now I had a bad night's sleep, so that's why they're breathing extra loud today, so I can't be meditating. That's our own silliness of the mind, and does that from time to time. And our job is to recognize that in real time, recognize where is it that we're making suffering for ourselves? What is it that we're making suffering for ourselves and others? By either fault finding, by clinging to the past, someone annoyed and irritated you, said mean things to you once, and you're holding on to that, letting go. But in the monastery, it's an opportunity, always inclined towards wholesome states. And clearly, we all come from diverse background of personalities, strengths and weaknesses. But we have one thing in common, I notice. And it's the purity of intention. Yes, we're all work in progress, looking to write the right thing. We have habits that can annoy others from time to time, annoy ourselves. But the fact that we're here, the fact that we left our homes, we come here, either for 3 months, 3 days, or 3 years, with the intention of training the mind, the intention of following the path of the Buddha, following the path of the meditation masters. Understand the mind, understand suffering. Find ways to transcend it. That in itself is a great gift, to be with like-minded people, to be in a place that allows you hours of the day just to sit with the body and mind, just to be present. I understand a bit more what this body and mind is. Why are we here? Why is it sometimes sitting feels wonderful? So much happiness and joy, so much peace. Other times sitting feels like torture. Everything's wrong. Body, mind won't settle, and the body just won't settle. And to realize, yes, it is just like that. It's just that much. Body and mind, just that much. The world of sensuality, just that much, no more, no less. And it is an experiment for the next 3 months, for the next 3 years, or 30 years. You find ways, find your own way of letting go of the unwholesome. And you hold on to develop what is wholesome, what is pure in your own mind. Understand what is compassion in your own mind. Understand true love and acceptance. Understand letting go. So I offer those words for reflection today.
Anmayan Dhamma Vadagata Sadhu Karanda Se Sadhu 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 Harmo Arahanga Sama Sambuddha Bhagava Buddham Bhagavatam Abhivadane Swakacha Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namasam Upadipano Bhagavato Vasavaka Sangho Sangha